Several years ago, former MSNBC news commentator Keith Oberman posted a video on GQ's YouTube page under the banner "The Closer with Keith Oberman." That video stuck with me for a long time. Trump voters are angry? Here's what's worthy of anger. Now, I have the link to that video in the description below, but the truth of the matter is, he's not wrong. He posted that video before the election of Trump in 2016, and it still holds up now. I'm not going to repeat verbatim what Keith Oberman said, but it's time to update it. The MAGA wants to keep screaming at the top of their lungs about how angry they were about how the direction of this country was going during the Biden administration and the Oberman administration, and practically every presidential administration before Donald Trump was elected in 2016. They were angry about the high prices and whatnot, but more importantly, they were angry of the progress that was made over the last 200 years. They were angry that minorities got the vote. They're angry that women had equal rights. They were angry that an African American rose to be president, and even angrier that an African American woman rose to be vice president. And so, regardless of the warnings and the threats and the reality, they put all their eggs into a basket named Trump. They did all this because they were angry at what was happening in this country. Well, guess what? You're not the only ones who are angry, and trust me, you are not the angriest. But our anger is at how our country is being torn apart. Our anger is about how Donald Trump has made this country into the laughingstock at best and a genuine threat to the world at worst. We have had enough of the threats from our own government about how much they want to take our rights away, especially our rights to vote, knowing full well that if it was a level playing field, Donald Trump would not be in as president of the United States, and many of the Republicans supporting him would be gone. We have had enough of the veiled threats by Republicans and their pundits about how, unless you fall in line with the MAGA and Trump, you will be called everything under the sun, from a communist, as from Donald Trump's own words, almost up to and past, if you want to go racial, every epithet you can think of, directed towards African Americans, directed towards Mexican Americans, directed toward Arab Americans, every name you can think of, they'll call you unless you fall in line. We have had enough of a rogue supposedly law enforcement agency running around the streets of our nation, murdering people left and right, and doing it under the guise of protecting us from the evil immigrants. We have had enough of waking up every day, not having a day of peace, knowing that Donald Trump is going to rage against something or someone that pisses him off. Whether that something is asking him a simple question as to who, what, when, where, and how, and why he's doing a certain thing, to them actually having the guts and actually playing back what he said. We have had enough of everything this man is saying being twisted and turned to show patriotism when it's nothing more than hatred disguised as patriotism. We have had enough of a nonsensical war started by this man at the behest of a foreign nation, in which is costing American families billions of dollars a day for no reason other than to shore up his poll numbers and to distract from the fact that he was best friends, or at the very least close acquaintances, with a confirmed pedophile. We have had enough of his supporters turning a blind eye to everything this man says, trying to make it patriotic, while knowing full well that Barack Obama, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, and Joe Biden had said the same things, that they would want their heads on a platter. We have had enough of being afraid that everything we hold dear in this country, everything that is etched in stone, or at the very least etched in paper, of the Constitution being burnt completely to a crisp because of one man who is too afraid to face the music, to take responsibility for the things that he's done in and out of office. We have had enough of a political party that is doing everything they can to protect this man over American citizens, whether it be taking away their benefits from veterans, SNAP benefits, all the way to the point where we are losing money, our homes, our cars, our health, our lives. We have had enough of a rogue president who wants to say that he's 100% American and putting American first, and then under the same breath sending our sons, our daughters, our brothers, our sisters, our fathers, our mothers to die on a foreign land with no acknowledgement from them, and worse yet, is actively doing everything they can to wipe them from existence. We have had enough of a cabinet that's doing everything they can to split this country down the middle. And we will not forget who they are. The couch humper J.D. Vance, the drunk racist P. Hegseth, the woman who actually went out there and lied about 2 Americans shot dead in the street before her bodies were run cold. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Kristi Noem, as Homeland Security Secretary. And all of you who have forgot that your oath and your duty is to the American people and to the Constitution, not to Donald Trump. We have had enough of everything that this administration has done benefiting other nations. And we're not talking about our allies like Great Britain. We're talking about our adversarial governments that have been adversarial towards us, like Russia, China, to a lesser extent, North Korea, and now, yes, I'm going to put them in there, Israel. We have had enough, and we, the people, are angry. And we're angry not because mommy told us we can't have cookies and milk, not because we had to go to bed early, not because we can't watch any more cartoons. We are angry because our country is being ripped apart day in and day out by the person that we were supposed to trust with our lives, our freedom. But our anger is righteous. Our anger is biblical. When you see Donald Trump every time on Truth Social going off against someone who angered him and taking that anger out on all the people, and under the same breath say that he's defending America defending our freedom, but if we even choose to use that freedom to somehow criticize him, what he said and what he did, we are somehow un-American. We are somehow communists, using his words. We have had enough. But the cure is simple. We are less than 100 days away from the midterms of 2026. I am not blind by what that means. Donald Trump and his people are using every means available to them to stop those midterms from happening, to make sure that Donald Trump stays in power, to make sure that people who will defend him to their last dying breath stay in power, and to hell with everything else. The only way to stop Donald Trump here and now is to remove the people defending him. And as I said before, they are using every means available to them to stop us from voting. We have a choice. Trump is already trying to stop mail-in voting. So you need to plan for that. Find whatever identification they want. Make a plan. Talk to your friends. Talk to your families. Talk to your neighbors. Talk to your people at work. Talk to people at church. Talk to people on the street. If it makes you look crazy, go ahead. If you have to wear a cardboard sign saying vote 2026, go ahead. This is way too important to stay on the sidelines, because we know the consequences of what happens if we do. And if Donald Trump gets unchecked power. And the sad part about it is, it won't be Congress, it won't be Senate, it won't be their fault, it will be ours. Because we had a chance to stop it, and you decide to sit down. I already made my plan. I already know exactly what I'm going to do to vote on that day. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit there like all the other Trumpers thinking that he's got this, he's God? Or are you going to do whatever it takes on that day to vote to keep him in check? If your answer is yes, I'm going to do something. I'll see you at the polls in November. CTP, know the truth, God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share my videos.